What's your number? The amount of money you would need to just walk away from it and live. See, I find that everybody has a number, and it's usually an exact number, so what is yours?
More.
There is carnage on Wall Street, with shares of the major financial stocks plummeting. It's triggering a major sell-off in the markets. The damage widespread. NASDAQ's plunging, the Dow Jones Industrial Average is plunging, and oil is plunging.
Literally 180 points just added to the decline. You can hear the hollering on the floor. We're down 260 literally in a split second right now. The Dow Jones Industrial Average now 500 points on the decline.
Headline of a new housing report is grim that this is shaping up to be the worst real estate market in a generation.
We are now at the highest point there, 724. That was the biggest loss we've seen today. We are now in historic territory.
Investors are getting their heads handed to them as another U.S. banking institution nears collapse.
Hey, is everybody out there nuts?
In recent interviews in early October, President Trump stated he is considering issuing direct payments, which he called a quote-unquote tariff distribution or dividend, to Americans. The payments of $1,000 to $2,000 would be funded by revenue from new tariffs imposed in April 2025. I want to go over what they had to say about this on the PBD podcast. Let's take a look.
The president is now floating an idea of handing out, well, I'll let him tell you. Go ahead, Rob.
Your tariffs are going to be over $1 trillion a year, in my opinion. We're going to do something. We're looking at something where, number one, we're paying down debt because people have allowed the debt to go crazy.
People? Who exactly?
So I propose that the federal government reduce the risk posed by these troubled assets. And so I urgently needed money.
To make matters worse, the Fed institutions can afford less money coming in and required us to spend even more.
Vice President J.D. Vance had cast the tie-breaking vote in the Senate yesterday to advance the massive tax cut and spending package that is central to the president's
Oh, that's right. The people in the government. Sorry, I felt it was important to point that out.
The numbers we have now are bigger than they ever were. So when you have $36 trillion in debt a year ago or 2 years ago, and you have a lot less revenue coming in, then you have 37 or 38. It's not 38 yet, but it will be. Now, with that being said, we'll pay back debt, but we also might make a distribution to the people, almost like a dividend to the people of America.
How much are you thinking for that, sir?
Well, we're thinking maybe $1,000 to $2,000. Be great.
Another.
Can you imagine $1,000 to $2,000, okay, to send out to people with the tariffs? So what happened to all the people that were screaming about the tariffs now?
Yeah, I remember that.
I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore.
Where are those guys?
Yeah.
Where did they go?
I was on certain podcasts.
Now, don't get me wrong. Some prices are up.
Okay.
Because of tariffs. It's not like some industries are not taking a hit. I'm trying to buy a watch, and the guy is saying, Pat, it's a very well-known brand. People know what the brand is. So he's going back and forth, and I'm buying directly from them. And he says, the reason why this watch is not here yet is they're waiting for the tariffs to change in the next few months before they ship it out, because right now the tariffs are very high on this. So some industries are definitely taking a hit on tariffs. There's no question about it. But the reality of it is, you know what people are realizing? Every once in a while when you change the comp plan and your sales team at first is like, I don't know if this is going to be real. I don't know if it's going to be permanent. It's probably just a temporary comp plan. Sometimes it takes 3, 6, 12 months for people to realize this thing is here to stay.
Yeah.
I better make some adjustments. They want my quality of business to improve. So I think that's what they're doing. It's obvious now. It's not going away. Tom, your thoughts on this?
So tariffs is a way to pull jobs back over here. And as Pat said, there's an adjustment. We're collecting tariff now. And so if Americans really want that product, and there's a tariff on it, that's going to be built into the price. And that's what Pat's talking about. The you put together a compensation plan, and all of a sudden your salespeople go, oh, wait a minute. If I sell these products, I get a little bit better commission than selling these products. And then phase 2 is how many American companies want to figure out how to put the jobs over here. It won't always be easy, but work your way out of it and bring those jobs back home. And that is exactly what the president's doing. And it's having a success to the point where now he's looking at it and saying, you know what? The tariffs have worked so well. What if I give everybody $1,000, $2,000 like tariff benefit, whether it's on your taxes or some other way? Guess what? He's not printing money like Biden says, hey, sorry, COVID has messed up your life. Here's $1,400. He's saying, hey, we're changing the playing field for America. Here's a little sugar.
They can't do that, Tom.
What?
I just did the math, because if they give $2,000, how many working people do you think he has to give it to?
I think I didn't see it, but I'm not assuming it's population.
People?
I'm assuming it's like tax-paying unit or households.
Okay.
I'm assuming.
So how many households would it be?
Probably barely a 110, 115.
115 million.
I think.
Do you know that's $200 billion? So he can't make these types of promises if he can't deliver. To send $1,000, $2,000, that's a 200. You do $2,000.
Yeah, the math has to work. Otherwise, you're Joe Biden.
No, the math doesn't work. So if you do $2,000 times 100 and, okay, he's got 132 million households here. 2,000 times 132 million households. You're looking at $264 billion. Jeez, that's the first year revenue of tariffs is gone. I don't think it's a good idea.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I think it's a great idea to distribute tariff revenue directly back to the American people instead of using it to pay down the national debt. Tariffs, much like inflation, the increase in the supply of money and credit, raise the prices of goods. This creates a regressive impact that disproportionately harms lower-income individuals because they spend a larger percentage of their income on necessities. Failing to return this revenue to the people allows the government to generate more money, funding even larger programs and deficits, which Americans oppose, while compounding the financial burden on the poor. Debt reduction should instead be handled through fiscal policy changes, shrink the government through significant spending cuts, and use the resulting surplus to pay down the debt. Unfortunately, the government always resists this path because special interest groups lobby for and benefit from increased government power and spending, ensuring its continued growth to fulfill promises to those lobbyists.
Get your positions on a few issues. Now, where are you on sugar price supports?
Sugar price supports. Where should I be, Terry?
Shit, it makes no difference to me. If you're for them, I got money for you from my sugar producers in Louisiana and Hawaii. If you're against them, I got money for you from the candy manufacturers.
You pick.
Let's say 4.
Yeah, 4. 4.
How about putting limits on malpractice awards?
Oh, you tell me.
Well, if you're for them, I got money from the doctors and insurance companies. If you're against them, I got money from the trial lawyers. Let's put you down as against.
Yeah, you know what? Put me down for against.
How about pizza?
Oh, no, this salad's gonna be enough for me.
Not for lunch, old buddy. For pack money.
You thought I was serious? I was fucking with you.
Well, you are.
Fucking with you. I'll go. Terry, tell me something. With all this money coming in from both sides, how could anything possibly ever get done?
It doesn't. That's the genius of the system.
Anyway, that's my opinion. Agree or disagree? Please, let me know what you think in the comments. Would it be better to give Americans some or all of the revenue collected from tariffs back in some form of tax rebate? Or, do you agree with PBD, that's a bad idea? And if you like this video, please like and share and subscribe to the channel.